Literally just look up manhwa art style. Now, I've learned their secrets, kinda, and now I'm going to pass it on to you. So let's draw the female face first. Before anything else, I just drew the guidelines real quick, which is basically just a circle and a cross and a box. I'm using Clip Studio Paint, by the way. Link in description. Alright, now we're gonna draw the jaw. So, our first lesson. For my female faces, it's a lot shorter and softer compared to male faces. So it's just a curve like this, and it narrows at the bottom. Basically, it forms a V, but make it sassy. Just don't make the chin too long, okay? Now, for the eyes are one eye apart, so put markers right there. Then for the nose, if you want to know where to place the nose, just do this. Measure the distance between the hairline and the eyes, draw the same length, and that's where your nose is. This is also the same for the nose and the chin. All you need is the hairline and the eyes, okay? Colleen, what if the character is bald? Well, I can't help you there. Just draw Megamind or something. Okay, so this is just a guideline. Of course, proportion differs from person to person. Some people have ginormous foreheads, and some people have butt chins. We're all unique and different. But then again, all my characters all look the same, so I'm not really qualified to say that. Anyway, now let's sketch the eyes like this. Just 2 lines. We'll gasify later. By the way, when drawing eyes in this angle, stop doing this. Make sure the eyes are more 3D. The left side is farther away, which means that it's shorter. So anyway, let's go back to that later. Okay, so let's move on to the next. Just duplicating it real quick. And now let's erase the guidelines. Yes, the eyes have a dedicated section because they're the most important. If your eyes are sexy, your whole character is sexy. First step is the stroke. The eyes bend like this. The eye shape obviously changes based on emotion, but this is the default Korean expression, okay? My characters always look like they're dead inside. Now, for the shading. For this part, you just basically make this wing very thick. Now, for the details, just add eyelashes. This is just a small guide for the eyelashes direction. Also, let's zoom in on the iris. Look at that. I slightly blurred the edges using an airbrush. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Anyway, going back. Let us now erase the guidelines so we can see our Smegsy face better. I'm just gonna draw the eyes exactly how I taught y'all. Just shading the eyes and then adding the eyelashes. And please, guys, vary the sizes of your eyelashes because otherwise they'll look like cockroach feet. Okay, so as you can see, I am using the airbrush to slightly blur the iris. If you're following along on paper, you can just use your pathetic little fingers or something. I don't know. So for the other side, I'm doing the same thing except this side is shorter. The nose is simply gonna be an L shape, and the mouth. Let me teach you a little juicy lip secret technique. So just draw a line like this. The lips are as long as the inner corner of your eye. Now we have a straight line. Now this is not juicy at all. So what I do is I draw this curve in the middle, then draw 2 curves on each side, and then another curve for the lower lip. Very easy, very basic, right? Right? So anyway, let's just clean up the jawline because she looks like she got a beard or something. Okay, so finally, let's give her a hairline. Drawing the hairline before the hair is important because you might accidentally make it too low or too high. Anyway, just duplicating this again. Now we draw the hair. Let's start with a straight line like this, and I'm gonna draw this big teardrop in the middle. I'm gonna draw this big chunk first, and then I add tiny bangs to make it more detailed. See? It's like I know what I'm doing. So for longer hair, just draw them as if they're ribbons, like this. And yeah, basically just draw the rest of the hair. It's okay if you find it hard to draw hair. Not everyone is talented. In all seriousness though, it took me years to get it. So yeah, I still kinda suck to be honest with y'all, but whatever. Okay, Picasso. I'm gonna duplicate it one last time. So I'm just gonna put the base colors real quick. I'm speeding it up because it's boring AF and very time consuming. Anyway, I give you my permission to eyedrop the colors. In fact, here's your guide. But anyway, here's the final result. So it can be summarized in 4 steps. First, draw the guidelines and sketch where you want to put your face parts. Then draw the face, then draw the hair, then color. Simple, easy, juicy art style. Okay, so now we draw the male face. Now I don't want to repeat the same things over and over because I know you guys and I know that y'all have short attention spans. So I'm just gonna give you guys the main difference between my female and male characters. We're literally just gonna do the same thing, except the jawline is gonna be a lot more angular, meaning a lot more straight lines, but not completely straight. Please don't use a dang ruler. So we're gonna do the same measurement for the nose, the hairline to eye thingy I taught you. Now, if you're gonna compare the male and female face, the eyes are placed higher in the dude's face, and the female ones, well, the eyes are placed lower and they're bigger. Oh, and look at this. I just saw this random image. The faces look like cats. funny. Anyway, let's go back. So I'm gonna duplicate it again and draw the face. So for the eyes, I'm doing the exact same thing, except it's narrow and the eyelashes are shorter. But you know, you can make his lashes long too and make him more girly pop. I don't care, I'm not your boss. The nose bridge is basically longer and bigger. So for the hair, he has short hair, so there's gonna be more spiky strands. Okay, this is the finished hair. But when you actually break this down into simple shapes, you can see they're all just bananas. Okay, so this is my number one advice for doing hair. Just draw the dang bananas. Okay, so this is the result. Alright, so how do we go from here to here? Well, this is a process called rendering. Now for this part, this is gonna be a lot more complicated. You need more brain cells for this. So I'm gonna simplify this as much as I can for you noobs. One thing about me, I always used the airbrush. So prepare your airbrush right now. So first of all, I give her the kawaii anime blushes. Give her them rosy cheeks like that. I like to make the lips full using an airbrush as well. Okay, so now we're gonna shade. So I'm using this color to shade. The first thing I do is I add a little triangle like that. Illuminati. Then I give her extreme eye bags. This makes her look more edgy. I like edgy. Let's shade the entire left side of her face. Now I know that this looks really crusty, but you gotta trust the process. Once you've shaded it like that, let's use the airbrush and blend the shading. Right. So for me, the lines are too harsh. What I do is I use an airbrush. I always use an airbrush. Okay, me and airbrush are dating. Anyway, I use an airbrush to basically brush all over the whole drawing, just softening everything. And then I draw it back again for some reason. I don't know why I do this, but it somehow just looks real good. I also make the inner parts of the eyes red like this. Watch this video if you want an in-depth tutorial. Anyway, she looks like she's lost a lot of blood, so we're gonna give color on her lips. Again, using the airbrush. Alright, now this is the fun part. It is guaranteed to tickle your pickle. That's such a funny phrase. Anyway, I use a very light color, almost white, and then I add them juicy highlights on the eyes, and then on the eyelids, and on the juicy lips. Okay, so this is the face. Beautiful. Now we do the hair. So basically I make the top part dark like this, and then I draw another dark part like this, and then another dark part. Basically it alternates between dark and light. Now I'm gonna blend everything. This is kind of complicated, and also I did not really know what I was doing. Please just watch it. Okay, I'm so sorry for being pathetic, but I'm basically just blending it all together. Okay, so now we have this. I'm gonna add this layer of light brown color. Okay, that's kind of it for the hair. I just darkened it a little bit. One last thing, I added this soft light to brighten up the face. And then I also made the lower lashes thick, so she looks a lot edgier. So yeah, here's the summary. Honestly, the main takeaway from this is that if you want to draw like me, just use the dang airbrush. It's literally all you need in life. Anyway, watch this video next and I'll see you there. I hope you guys learned from my video. I really hope you did.